I've got some exciting news. I now am doing classes and sessions, and the reason why we're doing that is because I now know exactly the layers of the things that we can work with. So before I was just showing it, but now I know like what to tell you about infinity, about all those things. Which ones are the ones that you would want? Because a lot of people were like not sure of what they want. So I'm going to talk about those today, and I'm going to explain what I've changed a bit about. So I changed the covers, so people who had this, don't worry, they didn't change, just the covers changed. I had them numbered because they were numbered based on when I made them, but now I've made them look like this. So I'm going to talk about quickly awareness. So awareness, tools, and templates. So in this workbook, I go through those kind of things like templates, indexing, what those things mean. I don't actually say indexing because I want to have user-friendly words in it, but when we go into the classes, I will tell you deeper things. And it will be personalized, and we'll go through examples together. So when you are going to go to a class, the first way to come is, if you want, is to just pick one of these workbooks and get that. And it is in the place that you know. If you don't, just comment below if you don't know where to find it. And when you purchase one of those workbooks, you get to have one class. So you get to join one class. The classes happen once a month. And if they get more frequently, like more people in the tiers, then we'll have, we'll have to make more space, right? And that's another reason why I'm like trying to narrow down what I'm offering, because I really want to prioritize these things. So when you do this, you automatically get to have a class, and you can get in contact with me as soon as you purchase it. But the only way, and also same with sessions, you have to have picked one of these workbooks, which I'll go through really quick. One of these workbooks, this is the one that's like minimum. To go, like, just, you have to kind of like have a look and see what you think of it. You have to at least look through it and have some kind of sentence of reflection. So excuse me, so you look at it and you're like, reflect on what you think of it. That's the minimum that you have to do before you do a session with me and those. And the reason for this is I want to make sure that your container and the things that you've been working on as a human being can take the information. Through experience, I found that sometimes these workbooks are going to be a good buffer for that. And if those don't work, then it means that there's a lot of more life things that need to come, like, that are natural. But absolutely, if you even can do a sentence about what you think of it, that's fine, right? But I'm just making sure. So I have I'm going to put on the screen. I have 3 tiers, and tier 3 is the one that you must sign up for to continue the classes once a month. You get them once a month. Everyone gets them. They're just going to happen, and you just show up. You don't have to go to them. They're just optional. And you get all of the videos, all of the content, everything. And then there's a tier 4, and that one, it includes all the other stuff, plus a session with me once a month. So I made sure that the pricing is to help people to make sure that they respect themselves, the containers, like to make sure people can do it. But also, I made them like, they're basically, a lot of the stuff is free when you go into those tiers, because like if you have like all of it. So it's like, I base them off of that. So I encourage you to get these. You don't have to, you can just get a workbook, one of them, it's up to you. Anybody who has got a workbook from me, you are welcome to come to one of the classes. But if you want to continue going and, you want to like learn more things, you can go. And it doesn't matter which one you pick, you can come in. But this is like the minimum one. Like I said, okay. So yeah, so really quick before, I don't want this to be too long. The awareness one is, like I said, about indexing and your awareness. And that's like you as a human being aware. And also like there's a lot of things that are going on with politics and how, we're giving too much information, like not information, but attention to all these things. And it deals with that. Like if you're really freaking out about what's going on in the world and stuff, this empowers you. So everything is about empowering anyway. But yeah, so that's that. This one is to explore your inner infinity. So your inner like world that is going on. There's stuff that you don't know about, as in like that you have done that you think you know, but you don't, like all the stuff that you've built. And then there's stuff that you don't know at all, like you have no access to knowing it, you know, you don't have any experience of it. It's like deeper, right? And it's not in this, you know, place, if that makes sense. And so you start, the more you go deeper into learning what you actually have been doing, the deeper you get to go. It just keeps going and going and going. And so these tools all are like about that, and you will be continue to use them with these as well. Like both are important. Now this is the only one I have for engaging with the layers of how we see things, and those layers of how we see things and have access to learn about all of it. So for example, let's say it's the mechanics of a certain universe or something like that, or the mechanics of our universe or whatever. The way that it's the easiest to start connecting with that, whether it's about your story, which is the stuff I do in sessions, or it could be something that has to do with something completely different than that, where it's not your story. You actually are interested in the mechanics, and you're like, wait, I want to know. You will learn it through what people call gods, and they're on this symbolic and mythic kind of layer of how we see things, but they're also real. That's the thing. And so people struggle with this as humans because some humans are actually born like very obsessed with certain layers because it helps them learn as a human being even. And so that's going to be the ones that are excited by thinking of myths and gods and things like that. But they are real. Even if someone else doesn't resonate with it, it doesn't mean that they're not real. I have, like I said, I have new things now where I'm obsessed with that. So for me, I always like I all my information comes that way, and I have to translate it for other people who don't think that way. Now the mechanics and the way that things make, you know, how they go together, people would call it science, but that's what humans do to measure stuff. This is the true thing that people say when they're like interested in science. They actually like the mechanics, and I know how to translate that now. That's like the newest thing that's happened for me. I knew it, but I didn't have the words for it. Now I do. And it's really fun. So this is good for people who are interested in that layer, and they might even come from that layer. Humans can come from the symbol like layer as well. And that's why people get confused with all these things. So that is all I'm going to say. I don't want to keep going on and on because some people might want to just get a workbook and they're like, what's going on? And I'm trying to change, because I changed these covers just for this video. I'm being honest with you because that's what I do so that people can see how this works. I'm just like open about it. I'm going to be trying to change it, but you can go and get those workbooks now if you want. There's someone in the comments in the last video that I mentioned. You are welcome to come to the class. The class is tomorrow, but that's for people who are already, there's people in tier 3, and so they're like ready to go. But you're welcome. You all are welcome to come. If you sign up for tier 3, I will send you this, but you have to DM me by this evening because I'll wake up in the morning. It depends on your, you know, where you are. But this tonight, you have to, like, by tonight when you see this. So don't worry, you don't have to rush. You just, it means that you're going to go to the class next month. And who knows, I don't know, like it might get so intense that I'll do another class. I'll do 2 classes. We'll see. But for now, if you want to make the class, it's tomorrow. And I have a link that I can send you, and yeah, so I hope this was helpful, and I hope this is more exciting. But yeah, this is what they look like. One is green and one is this color, and there's a table of contents for all of them, so you're not going to just be like, whoa, what's going on? This one doesn't have a table of contents because it's just about accessing and communicating with that layer of symbolism and stuff. So that will help you when you see things like, you know, symbols and gods and things like that. All right, bye!